Are we live? Looks like we are live. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Pop Culture Asylum. I am your host, Gabriel, and you guys thought I was done making videos today, didn't you? Well, nah, because I am doing 2 videos today. Of course, the first video I just did a couple of seconds ago in why Bianca Belair should win the Royal Rumble. But this would be a different video and something that I really wanted to address for a while now. Let's talk about Bruce Prichard, the head of the Raw creative team. He is terrible and he should be fired from his job. And I can go to so many reasons why. And I'm going to go over them right now. Okay? Number 1. Okay, so let's go back to 2020, like early 2020, when Paul Heyman was the head of the Raw creative team. What did he do? He made some new stars. He gave Andrade some TV time and was actually doing great. Gave Apollo Crews some TV time and he became United States champion. Aleister Black was given some TV time, and Aleister Black was one of the best things on Monday Night Raw. Selena Vega, when she was on Raw, when Paul Heyman was in charge, she was doing an incredible job as a manager. Okay? And like everything was starting to come together. Like Paul Heyman is just a mastermind in and of himself. But Paul Heyman got fired because the ratings weren't increasing. So they decided to bring a person that is not a mastermind, i.e., Bruce Prichard. And what was the first thing Bruce Prichard do? He literally stopped the pushes of Andrade, Crews, Aleister Black, Selena Vega, and many others. Okay, and literally pushed the same people over and over and over again. What the hell? Secondly, Bruce Prichard had made, like, oh my god, Bruce Prichard just kissed the ass of Vince McMahon. Just kiss the ass of Vince McMahon. Because instead of doing his own ideas, he just wants to satisfy Vince McMahon and just do his ideas. And like, this is basically Bruce Prichard in the creative department. Hey guys, we're gonna make these ideas not because it's our ideas, but we're gonna satisfy Vince McMahon. Because I love Vince McMahon. No! Stop it. Stop. Okay, you're just horrible. Okay. Thirdly, like retribution. Like, oh my god. No, scratch that. The third reason is the way Bruce Prichard is dealing with some of these wrestlers. Ricochet. Ricochet is without a doubt one of the most talented wrestlers, not just in WWE, but in professional wrestling as a whole. And he is being used as a jobber. A freaking jobber. Are you kidding me? Are you serious? Okay. Retribution. Yeah, Retribution sucked from the beginning, but they could have at least done something with Retribution, make it somewhat legit. But no, they're just focusing on one man. Like, why? Really? Like, thirdly, like, Matt Riddle, right? Matt Riddle's, like, booking is, like, hit or miss. But, oh my god! His promo work is terrible. Oh my god. And it's not even Matt Riddle's fault. It's literally the creative team and Bruce Prichard giving Matt Riddle these promo lines. Like, Matt Riddle just speaks some of these horrible ass lines. Like, they are so cringeworthy. What the hell did they do to Matt Riddle, man? What the hell did they do to Matt Riddle? And the Hurt Business, don't even get me started with the Hurt Business. Like, the Hurt Business, like, I'll give them this. The Hurt Business is one of the best things going, not just on Monday Night Raw history, but in but not just in Raw history, but in WWE history as a whole. And yeah, I love the Hurt Business. And the fact that they have all the championships is great. You know what? I think the Hurt Business is a horrible example. I'll just sweep that under a Raw. I'll give you one pass, guys. I'll give you one pass, which is the Hurt Business. Okay, you are doing the great. Can't believe I'm saying this, but the Raw creative team is actually doing a great job with the Hurt Business. There you go. One positive. One positive. And so many other negatives. What other examples? I don't know. The fact that Vince and Prichard relies on legends, instead of focusing on the next generation of wrestlers, they decide to bring back legends, especially Goldberg. And for some reason, Vince McMahon and Bruce Prichard has this bright idea to let Goldberg face Drew McIntyre for the WWE Championship at the Royal Rumble. That is both lazy and illogical. Like, they could have picked so many wrestlers, so many wrestlers to face Drew McIntyre at the Rumble. Mustafa Ali, Ricochet, Kofi Kingston. What happened to Sheamus? What happened to Sheamus? Weren't you tasing a matchup between Drew McIntyre and Sheamus for the WWE Championship? Why not do that in the Royal Rumble, at the Royal Rumble pay-per-view? Why Goldberg? That makes no sense. No sense at all. No sense at all. And another reason why Bruce Prichard needs to be fired from his job, because his formats are terrible. His formats are terrible. Literally, Raw is getting worse every single week. Okay? Because the format, number one, is terrible. There's some things on Raw that either, number one, is illogical or just downright cringeworthy. I'll give you an example. Last Monday night, most of these superstars are saying, oh, I'm going to join the Royal Rumble match this year. Oh, I'm going to join the Royal Rumble match this year. And they get added to the Royal Rumble match. Drew Gulak, last Monday night, declared that he was going to be in the Rumble match. But they said, no, that's not how that works. You got to earn your spot. Excuse me? Miz, Otis, and a couple of others just declared themselves into the Royal Rumble match without, they just declared themselves in the Royal Rumble match without, doing any qualifying matches. But Drew Gulak has to do a qualifying match. How is that fair? And how is that logical? That makes no sense at all. How is that fair to Drew Gulak? How is that fair? Honestly. You got people like The Miz, Otis, and a couple of others declaring that they're going to be in the Royal Rumble. But Drew Gulak has to earn his way into the Royal Rumble match? That's not just unfair to Drew Gulak, which, by the way, a Royal Rumble match could benefit Drew Gulak's career. But no, they're just because you're a nobody, you have to be in a qualifying matchup. So you basically have to be a somebody to be in the Royal Rumble match. If you're a nobody in WWE, you have to earn your way because you are a loser. Oh my God, that doesn't make any sense. How is that fair to Drew Gulak? Honestly, how is that fair to Drew Gulak? That makes no sense. And Another thing is Bruce Prichard cannot make what do you call those? Cliffhangers to save his life. I'll give you an example. I believe it was like 2 Raws ago. Like Randy Orton, like Alexa Bliss was literally covering herself in gasoline. And like literally the only best and I'm gonna tell you this right now, Randy Orton and Alexa Bliss are literally the best part about the show. And Raw is a 3-hour show, and we only get at least 3 to 5 minutes with Randy Orton and Alexa Bliss. One great thing, like out of like a horrible show, like Alexa Bliss covers herself in gasoline, right? And Randy Orton was about to burn her on fire, but then all of a sudden it just cuts to black. Okay, you left us with a cliffhanger. We're interested. The next Monday night on Raw, what do they do? Do they do anything creative? Do they I don't know, like let Randy Orton kidnap Alexa Bliss or like but instead of being creative, they just said in an interview, "Oh, Alexa Bliss is fine. I didn't burn her." Yeah. Let's go RKO some legends. Like you had a perfect cliffhanger. Like, at least you could have done is be creative. At least you could have gone to so many directions with that cliffhanger. Like, but no, they just give us a shitty explanation the next night on Raw. Oh my God. They can't even do cliffhangers right. They can't even do cliffhangers right. And it pisses me off because they had a good cliffhanger, but they didn't take advantage of it. And that's another thing. The Raw creative team, and especially Bruce Prichard, are not creative enough. They're not creative enough. Okay? They're just like, oh, like they just get basically what the Raw creative team gives us, it's just half-assed. Now, some segments might be good than others, but that's just the luck of the draw. Okay? I don't see any creativity. I don't. As a matter of fact, when was the last time you saw anything creative other than Randy Orton and Alexa Bliss? Putting that aside, when was the last time you saw anything creative from Raw? I'm waiting. I'll give you about 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You can't think of anything, can you? You really can't think of anything other than Randy Orton and Alexa Bliss. Do you see what I mean? Do you see what I'm going with? And Bruce Prichard is like, he's literally the head of creative. He's letting all of this unfold. This man should be fired because he doesn't know what he's doing. He doesn't know what he's doing. I'm sorry. He doesn't know what he's doing. You know what? You know who knows what the hell he's doing and actually saving a WWE show? Paul Heyman. SmackDown is literally the A show right now because Paul Heyman is in the creative team, or at least I think. Okay? Paul Heyman, and I think Daniel Bryan's also a part of the creative team as well. But SmackDown has been enjoyable most of the time. Of course, some nights it was like the shows are like but like the shows are consistent and are great. Okay, we have seen wrestlers like Kevin Owens, Daniel Bryan, Jey Uso, Bayley, Bianca Belair, Carmella, Roman Reigns, most recently Shinsuke Nakamura. Like all these wrestlers are slowly getting rejuvenated, like, and the shows and some of the things, like, it makes sense. It's consistent. It's great storytelling, and they're being creative on SmackDown. they're focusing on the next generation. Okay, they're doing great storytelling. They are thinking outside the box. SmackDown is doing incredible right now. I can't say the same thing for Raw though. You know what I see on Raw? Lazy, illogical, lazy storytelling, illogical decisions, pointless matches that we see multiple times in multiple weeks. The man has a tendency to bring back legends, even though they're not necessary. Okay, this Bruce Prichard cannot make stories to save his freaking life. Okay, because again, let me tell you, other than Randy Orton and Alexa Bliss and the Hurt Business as well, what other storylines do you like right now? What other storylines right now? Because think of Lacey Evans and Charlotte Flair. That's a rivalry. That is just terrible. Like, first of all, really, Lacey Evans and Ric Flair in a relationship? That's disgusting. I thought Leah Mysterio and Buddy Murphy was bad. But this is just, oh. And two, why would Ric Flair cost his own daughter matches? That doesn't make any sense. Like, she's your daughter, Rick. Come on. Like Keith Lee and Sheamus. Okay, yeah. It's a hit or miss. Okay, and even then, I feel like the rivalry is just bland. Like the rivalry needs to end. Okay, because Sheamus and Keith Lee, like the rivalry, it doesn't. I'm not gonna say it doesn't make any sense, but I feel like it has run its course. Like, I'm sorry, it's just Monday Night Raw has rubbed me the wrong way, especially the last couple weeks. And honestly, there's only one guy to blame for that. Bruce Prichard. It's not any of the wrestlers' fault because they're just doing what needs to be done. Okay, that's their jobs. Okay, but creative side of things, that needs a complete overhaul. Starting with Bruce Prichard. He needs to be fired because he doesn't care about great storytelling. He doesn't care about pushing the next generation of wrestlers. He doesn't care about any of that. He like I don't know. I gave my reasons why Bruce Prichard should be fired. And hopefully he does. And not to mention the fact the ratings for Monday Night Raw has been getting low and lower and lower and lower. And keep in mind, multiple Monday Night Raws had some of its lowest ratings in the history of Monday Night Raw. And who was in charge of that other than Vince McMahon? Bruce Prichard. Now, if Bruce Prichard gets fired from the Raw creative team, is things going to change? Maybe, maybe not, because then again, we still got Vince McMahon in charge, unfortunately. Okay, but firing Bruce Prichard is a start because this man only makes a show for one man. He doesn't at least attempt to make a show for the audience. He only makes the show to satisfy one man. That's Vince McMahon. He doesn't make the shows for the audience and his shows. Okay, illogical decisions like pointless matches or matches that we've seen multiple times. The fact that they are not creative enough, I'm sorry, Bruce Prichard, thank you for your contributions, as Brother Love and all that, but I'm sorry, you're one of the big reasons why Monday Night Raw is failing as it is right now. Honestly, one of the biggest reasons. Okay, and the wrestling community agrees. The wrestling community agrees. Okay? And it's rare that the wrestling community agrees on something. But what we all agree on is Bruce Prichard being fired. Pillar Productions, one of the most respected YouTubers on YouTube, a part of the IWC. And by the way, subscribe to Pillar Productions. He makes amazing content. Pillar Productions gives the benefit of the doubt. He's objective and he gives the benefit of the doubt. And even Pillar Productions hates Bruce Prichard. Pillar Productions, one of the nicest YouTubers, and literally gives everyone the benefit of the doubt. Everyone, even Pillar Productions thinks that Bruce Prichard is doing a terrible job as the head of Raw Creative, and that is saying something. Okay, no one likes this man to be in charge. Not to mention the fact that multiple reports are saying that superstars are frustrated with Bruce Prichard. Multiple superstars are frustrated with Bruce Prichard and the way they're being booked. And I don't blame them. Bruce Prichard is not good for business. He is one of the big reasons why Raw is dying. Okay? SmackDown is doing incredible right now. Okay? Fire Bruce Prichard, please. Put Paul Heyman on Raw. Put Paul Heyman in charge as both Raw and SmackDown. And just leave it alone, Vince. That's how you save Monday Night Raw. Put Paul Heyman back in charge. Put him back in charge. Okay? Because Paul Heyman knows what the hell he's doing. He knows what the hell he's doing. And it shows with SmackDown. Okay? Bruce Prichard, on the other hand, is doing a terrible job. Okay? That's all I got to say on that. Bruce Prichard needs to be fired. Okay? Monday Night Raw, one of the reasons why Monday Night Raw is dying is because of Bruce Prichard. Okay? Illogical booking decisions. The fact that they're not being creative enough. The fact that we've seen pointless matches and not pushing other wrestlers, and the fact that wrestlers are frustrated with him, and the fact that the ratings have been going nowhere and keeps going down like this, it just boggles my mind how this man is still in charge of the Raw creative team. The ratings are going nowhere. It's going down. The ratings are going down. Like, you see like a little up in ratings, but that's about it. That's about it. And the only reason why the rating gets like a little spike boost is because Bruce Prichard and Vince McMahon wants to bring back the legends. I don't know what to say to convince you why Bruce Prichard should be fired. Like, it literally speaks for itself. Okay, it literally speaks for itself. Okay, so that's my little rant on why Bruce Prichard should 110% be fired from the Raw creative team. But at the end of the day, is my opinion. I want to know what you guys think in the comments section. Do you guys agree with me? Do you guys want Bruce Prichard to be fired from the Raw creative team? Or if you disagree, which is interesting, but if you disagree, I want to know why you disagree, and I want to know your reason why you think Bruce Prichard is doing a great job with Monday Night Raw. Okay? And of course, don't be assholes in the comment section. And for the people that agree that Bruce Prichard should be fired, do not be the assholes. Do not be assholes to the people that disagree. Okay? This channel is like an opinion judging free zone. Okay? But I want to know what you guys say in the comment section. Do you guys agree with me? Do you guys want Bruce Prichard to be fired? Or do you guys think that Bruce Prichard is doing a great job? I want to know what you guys think. I want to know what your reasoning is. And that's what I got to say on that. Thank you so much for watching. And this is going to be the final video. This is literally my first time doing 2 videos in one day. So, yeah. So that's what I got to say. Thank you so much for watching. This is Gabriel, and I will see you next time in the asylum.